Hey everybody, it's Clint Arthur, and I am here with Nadia Latrofa at the world famous Casa Teresa restaurant in Punta Mita, Mexico, Maine. And I'm here with my wife celebrating our 10-year anniversary. Why? Because at the St. Regis, every single person that we encountered said, oh, you must go eat at Casa Teresa. You must go eat at Casa Teresa. I have never in my life encountered word of mouth like this restaurant has. And Nadia and her mom own and run the restaurant, and we're here to discover, how the hell do you have such intense word of mouth?
It's always something that I discuss with my mother. Could it be the food? Could it be the service? Or the ambience?
The ambiance is amazing.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah. I think it truly started from just a dream that my parents had when they started the restaurant. It was to open up a backyard patio restaurant, and we started with me, mom, dad, and we started this, and dead for 2 years, literally dead for 2 years.
The restaurant was dead.
Dead because obviously the people that were staying inside the Four Seasons didn't come out much because the town wasn't
developed.
Yeah, it wasn't developed. We got clients that started rolling in from the Four Seasons, and those little clients started word of mouth.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why is it? What are you guys doing? Are you doing anything to encourage the word of mouth, or is it purely because the food is amazing and the ambiance is great,
And they sit down with
and
everyone.
the hosts are really working it in the best possible way?
I think it's the family love. I mean, I know our food is fantastic. I know the ambience is fantastic, but I really, truly believe in my heart, it's the family love. We don't tell anybody to go out and talk about us. No, we've never advertised. We don't have a sign on the street.
There is no sign.
There's
It's in a
nothing.
back alley.
It's in a back alley.
You have to know about this place.
Exactly. It's all word of mouth. So I honestly, I really think it's the family love. I think that. I don't know.
So how far does it reach? Tell about your friend.
Well, yeah. Like for instance, my friend was in Safeway.
Great story.
In Toronto, and she was shopping and bumped into this older man, and he was like, "Oh, sorry, blah blah blah," and she was like, "I'm heading to Mexico. I'm kind of in a rush." He's like, "Well, where are you going?" And she's like, "Punta Mita." And he's like, "Oh yeah, don't forget, when you're there, try Casa Teresa's." And she's in Toronto, bumping into this random man in Safeway, and he's telling her about Casa Teresa's in Toronto. And she says, well, that's where I'm actually staying with my best friend. So it's like, yeah.
Okay, so you talked about...
I've heard people even on the planes, like people sitting beside in New York or in the airports where people are just like, you have to check out Casa
Literally
Teresa.
every person we talked to at the St. Regis down here said,
weird.
oh,
Yeah,
you
it's
must
amazing.
go. Oh, you must go.
It is.
Okay.
I've thought about it, trust me.
So what about the love?
I have.
Okay, because love is very powerful. I'm sure you saw that movie, What the Bleep. Did you see What the Bleep?
No, I haven't.
And there was this guy, and he put the word love on bottles of water, and it actually changed the chemistry and makeup of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Does that love philosophy go into the cooking?
Definitely.
Definitely. Have you given explicit instructions to your staff about love?
So
Let's talk about
how
this.
we roll in this restaurant.
Yeah.
Is how we roll in this restaurant is that kitchen is run by Esmeralda, who is fantastic. But we actually technically run the kitchen. So we are in there every day, testing, trying, shooting back. So even to here, if I see something I don't like, it goes back into the kitchen. And it upsets her, but she learns. And she's 23 years old.
Wow.
And she has the same love as us. I mean, she's a lot of power behind her. And yeah.
Did you ever talk to her about, that you want her to think about love or anything like that when she's cooking?
Definitely.
Yes? What did you
Yes.
say to her?
Well, we told her that it's when you're cooking, it's like you're cooking for your guests. It's not just some random restaurant. You have to cook with love. You have to cook with love. And it's just like the way I serve with love. Right, Jeff?
We will see you Saturday.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Happy
Coming up.
anniversary, guys.
Take care.
Thanks, you guys.
Good, you too.
We'll see you Saturday, okay?
See you Saturday.
Ciao,
Thank
ciao.
you very much.
Take care.
Ciao.
Delicious.
Love you. She's so good. Okay, yeah, so, and the service here is the same way. It's done with love. I love my job.
Uh-huh.
And I think
That's
that's
obvious.
a
You
big
love
thing.
to communicate with people,
I
absolutely.
love my job, and my husband loves his job, and my mom loves her job, even though she wants to retire. She loves her job. We get to meet tons of people, And it's just fun. When I come to work, it's not like, oh, I have to come to work. It's fun. So I think, and I've had this conversation with my mother several times. What has made us famous? Is it the food, ambience, or service?
Well, obviously it's a combination of all of them. But
I think there's one that's stronger than the other, don't you think? It's kind of a hard thing to...
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
the ambience is so strong, the food is so strong,
Yeah.
the wine
So
is
I
strong,
decorate.
everything is strong.
So I'm the one who decorates in the restaurant, and I am the person who creates the ambience. And I'm a strong believer that ambience, if you're in the business, is a very important thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
look at the
So-
tablecloths.
Exactly, to anything. Like these
Okay.
are from Italy. To anything.
Beautiful.
To anything, like,
Yeah,
from
but-
the entrance to here. So I try to create a theater kind of dining experience. When you walk in,
You've
you
done
come
it.
in through my house, you hit the bar, you got this, and then bam, you got this whole show here.
Here, let's
You guys
give a
can
little
see.
view.
There it is. Lift
Yeah.
it up a little bit. There it is.
Yeah. Just in a random back alley,
Yeah,
a couple blocks from the beach,
pretty cool.
right?
it is pretty cool. I wish I could find a restaurant like this.
I wish I would.
Yeah.
I wish I would have
Honestly.
seen this place before you did the renovation on this place.
We have pictures. I can show
Yeah?
you. Yeah, I got pictures.
I imagine. Was the wall here? Was this wall here?
Yes, and I have a picture I can show you. This wall was here, but my father created it to be more of a, it was just a plain wall.
Yeah.
obviously.
Oh, he put the arches on
Yeah.
top.
Arches.
Nothing was standing. This was flat property with a little house on it.
Yeah.
So this has all been built.
Oh, the whole back house is built too?
Oh yeah,
You built up.
up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this has all been created.
Awesome.
So basically, it's beautiful. Look at it. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
And so you got
I-
now. Do you guys live here?
I live upstairs on the second floor with my husband. The top floor is a guest suite, and my mother lives downstairs on the other side. So basically, wherever I travel to, wherever I go to, I grab ideas. I'm not an interior designer because I'm not, but I love to do it. So I grab ideas and I bring it to the restaurant and I apply it here.
All
Just
right.
like this. Look at this.
I took a picture
Yeah,
of that
that
and
was
posted
amazing.
that.
Check that
I've
out.
never seen that
It's for a
before.
cork. It's a heart.
It's
See?
nice
That's
little
amazing.
touch. Okay. All right. There's one more element, and that is the woe to win story. There's a legendary story here, not just about the halibut, which was allegedly something you had to phone in and make sure that they would have let you have it because it wasn't even on the menu.
It was in hers.
okay.
My private stock.
And it was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. But then there's your family's woe to win story of this restaurant.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that something that, I mean, look, people know my woe to win story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before I became successful, I was a taxi driver in Los Angeles
Okay.
for more than 5 years, and people know that.
Yeah.
But there was a time when I didn't talk about that because I was embarrassed about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. However, now it's
talk about
I
it.
know it's a strong thing for my business.
It's an
What
emotional
about-
hook.
What about your family's woe to win story?
Well, did you want to hear the story on how we got here? Is
Sure.
that what you want to
Yep.
hear? Because there's a story.
I know there's a story.
And I have
Let's
to
just
tell
give them
you,
the abbreviated
every
story.
time-
But I want to talk about, use of that story in your marketing, and have you contemplated the power of that before? Because it's a powerful story. That's the first thing I heard about this restaurant
Oh,
was
you know
that
our story?
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who told you our story?
A guy in
Some
the airport.
random guy.
In the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a story. There's a powerful story, actually.
Actually, no. You know who it was? It was Jinky who told me that story.
There's yeah.
But I heard it from the guy who owns the sports bar in Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
I love you
It's a
guys.
legend.
These guys are
We're
cool,
huge fans.
right?
I heard it in
Yeah.
Pasadena.
Yeah, no, right?
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
From Frankie Verdugo. Do you know
Okay.
Frankie
No,
Verdugo?
I can't remember.
Well, he knows you.
Okay. So basically, the story. Well, the story is me, mom, dad started this 13 years ago, basically. The doors were opened. It was me, mom, dad. There was no dishwasher. It was like I did everything on this floor. My mother did back end, and my dad ran that kitchen for 8 years. And it was called Vito's Restaurant. Did you hear that part? Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you hear that part?
Yep.
So basically, we ran it for 8 years as Vito's, and it became a very successful restaurant on its own. It
Okay.
did. I mean, we were like just exactly what you're saying. We built success by word of mouth, and it was crazy because the first 2 years it was dead, and then just slowly started getting busy. 2008 was the peak. And then unfortunately my parents split up. So after they split up, we had to make a decision. So my mother was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. My husband was heartbroken because it's like, what do we do? Do we just let this restaurant go or do we keep it going? So we decided to keep it going. And I knew that I could do it without my father. So that's what we did. We hired on to we brought in an Italian chef who trained Esmeralda a little bit on how to flip dishes out. And we just, and it's been better than ever, actually.
Yep. Yeah. So now,
It
what's
was
the
better.
difference?
What do you mean,
What's the difference of the two restaurants?
There's a lot of difference. And clients would tell you that have been here during Vito's, that have been here now, there's a big difference.
Female energy.
Exactly. I put a lot of love. A lot of love into decor. I put a lot of love into my service. Things have changed. My dad was very hard to work with. Very, very, very Italian. So there's a lot of difference. But, I mean, you'd have to understand if you ate here before till now to see. It's hard to explain because the beauty was still here. The big house was still here. The food was really good. But what we put into it now is more love, female attention. Like I tell all my clients, it's female love. So.
Well, there you have it. Hey, if you haven't eaten here, next time you're in Punta Mita, you won't miss it because everyone will tell you to come to Casa Teresa.
And have our famous 15-layered lasagna.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't forget our eggplant.
The eggplant was amazing. The halibut was amazing. And oh my God.
And really, if you
the roast apple caprese. Insane.
Exactly.
I can't believe I've never had that before. I highly
Nemo?
doubt
Nemo?
that I highly
You
doubt
won't
that
find it anywhere.
I highly doubt that will be the case for long in the United States because when people
I'm sure somebody's copying me already.
Oh man.
Gotta be.
All right, everybody. Thanks
If
for
you want to
watching.
hear more of the story, you gotta come and sit and eat at this table.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll tell you more, right?
I'm Clint Arthur. Thanks for watching.
Ciao.
All right, everybody. We're back with part 2. We have Teresa herself for part 2 of this video. And we were just talking about how, during the transition, like, when things were falling apart in your family life, it really put your business on the rocks, right? But then after year 1 of the new version, after this stopped being Vito's, it became Teresa.
Right.
And after year 1, you told me you got a call from the Four Seasons, and they said, we hear that things are going pretty well for you now.
Yes.
All right. All right, now here's the interesting part. You hadn't told them about the problems. You told me
No.
when you would call them up and say, we can't be open tonight, we have to close tonight, we can't handle your clients, and they would say, what's going on? And you would just say, I have problems.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, now when did you start telling people about your story?
Well, the first year when we reopened, it was very difficult to share what had happened in many ways. It was a long road.
I get it.
Yeah, it was a long road, many memories, lots done together. So the first year was difficult. I didn't want people to ask me. And then the second year I decided, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this for my kids because we had all invested interest in the business. And I thought, no, I'm going to put this together. I gave up on the chefs. I had the experience, but it was just, I was tossing up many hats and many jobs because there was a big part of this missing. And I had to take control of everything. So, second year, the old Terry came back.
You started telling people.
I started telling straight out, yes, Vito's not here. And some people would get very assertive. What do you mean he's not there? And where is he gone? And sometimes I joke, oh, he actually died. Just to change subjects, I would tell people that, and they were, oh, I'm so sorry. But then, so the second year was still very difficult, but by the end of the second year, the numbers looked a little better. And so I thought, maybe I'm doing this. Maybe I can. And this whole Vito thing was such a big facade, and I thought, well, it was actually me behind Vito, but no one ever knew that. And so by the third year, we had a turnaround, unbelievable, I think due to the economy getting better and just the family getting tighter. the kids getting involved. They've got new and fresh ideas. And yeah, we turned the corner.
All right. Well, I mean, like I personally used to be ashamed of my own story because I went to the top business school in America and I drove a cab for more than 5 years when I was pursuing my dreams, and I didn't tell people about that for years. But as soon as I started telling people about it, my business just went.
Yeah, it was I felt
Victor
the same
scale.
way. I never thought I was going to be a divorced person. I had 37 years in a marriage, many roads and many things built together, and in a way I was embarrassed to tell people, almost like it was my fault. But then I thought after a while, you know what, I really am the victim here. You know, he decided to change his life, change his family, really, and that wasn't gonna stop me. And he, you know, there was a lot of nights where I go to bed and I think and I think and I think, and how am I going to make this work? And yeah, you know what? I should be proud of myself because I had a lot of backbone in terms of my family had a restaurant. I had the experience. I grew up in it. And I had put it in his hands for so many years. And then I had to take it back. Right?
Yep.
And that's what I did.
All right. Well, thank you very much for sharing your perspective with us.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. You heard it from the queen of Casa Teresa herself. Mama T herself.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Je sais bien qu'un beau jour revient, mais j'hésite, ce jour est si loin. N'y croyons pas, disons-nous, toi et moi, qu'on se voit pour la dernière fois. Donne-moi vite, tant de baisers, mon amour, que je puisse oublier. Ma chanson n'aura plus qu'un seul mot, aimer.